Hi everyone, welcome to camglish.com. This is Teacher Reyes and I am going to be your teacher in learning and discovering new words using the book CNN Reading Solution Intermediate. So are you ready to expand your vocabulary skills, comprehension skills, improve your pronunciation skills as well as your speaking skills? Alright then, let's start. So for today, we are just going to answer the second activity from Unit 16. And all you have to do is to put the following sentences in the most logical order. So I will be reading everything first and think of the possible answers. Alright, so listen carefully, students. Then the food gets packaged and every food item gets a microchip embedded in the packaging. In Japan, ubiquitous computing is being used to test and track food safety. After the food is put on display at a supermarket, consumers can use a handheld communicator to scan information about the food before they buy. Farmers begin the process by inputting data about the food they grow. So which one do you think is the first statement? Very good, so it's the second one. So again, next, what about the second statement? Exactly, so that is the last statement. What about the third one? Exactly, so that is the first one. And obviously, the last statement will be the third statement. Alright, so let's read them again in the most logical order. In Japan, ubiquitous computing is being used to test and track food safety. Farmers begin the process by inputting data about the food they grow. Then the food gets packaged, and every food item gets a microchip embedded in the packaging. After the food is put on display at a supermarket, consumers can now use a handheld communicator to scan information about the food before they buy. Okay, very good guys. So you did well in answering the second activity. So now let us proceed to the next page for more activities. Alright, so again in here we are going to focus on writing. So of course, you just have to complete the following sentence to summarize the news items. Alright, so I will be reading the whole paragraph first, and you can now think of the possible answer for every blanks. Okay, so let's start. Japan is experimenting with a new technology called blank, which will provide information about food to consumers. Here's how it works. First, the farmers input data about the food. The input information might include blank, even genetic modifications. Then the food is packaged. Every packaged item gets a microchip. Once the packaged items are on display, the consumer can use a handheld computer to blank. Although it has been tested successfully, it will be a few years before blank. Okay, very good. So now, were you able to think of the possible answers here? Great job. So let us start answering it again. So Japan is experimenting with a new technology called blank. Very good. So this one is ubiquitous computing. Okay, so again, Japan is experimenting with a new technology called ubiquitous computing, which will provide information about food to consumers. Here's how it works. First, the farmers input data about food. The input information might include blank. Okay, very good. That includes harvest dates, fertilizers. Again, harvest dates, and fertilizers. Alright, again, the input information might include harvest dates, fertilizers, even genetic modifications. Then the food is packaged. Every packaged item gets a microchip, blank. Okay, very good. So the answer here is a tiny computer that wirelessly projects a unique code. Again, so it is a tiny computer that wirelessly. Okay, very good. Projects a unique code. Again, let's read the sentence. So then the food is packaged. Every packaged item gets a microchip, a tiny computer that wirelessly projects a unique code. Once the packaged items are on display, the consumer can use a handheld computer to blank. Very good. To scan items before they buy. Again, to scan items before they buy. Alright, again. Once the packaged item are displayed on the consumer can use a handheld computer to scan items before they buy. And lastly, although it has been tested successfully, it will be a few years before blank. Very good. Before it hits supermarket. Okay, again. Although it has been tested successfully, it will be a few years before it hits supermarket. Alright guys, you did well in answering this activity. Very good. Alright, now let us proceed to grammar bites. So we will discuss something about indefinite article and the definite article. So I will give you example sentences for indefinite article. First, there lived an elephant in the forest. So you're referring to something for the first time. Next, Mary is training to be an engineer. So it means you're just a member of a group or class. A child needs love. So it means just a kind or example of something. Or all children need love. Then the burglar took a valuable painting. So it means a single object or person. So that is for indefinite article. Now what about definite article? The elephant had a long trunk. So you are referring to something already mentioned. Next, where is the bathroom? Both the speaker and the listener know. Next, the moon rises after the sun goes down. So of course, this is considered a unique object. Alright, so I hope you learned a lot today, guys. I'll see you again on my next video. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.